You may complete your pattern.
Okay. All right. Overall, was not a bad pattern. I feel like he wanted to rush. He's nervous. He's nervous, and he's probably feeling you be a little nervous through the lead rope because it's kind of nerve-wracking. But anyway, it was just a little rush. Your start and off to your trot seemed fine. I thought you cut your corner on your A coming out of it a little bit tight. It wasn't a real smooth circle around A, and I do like to see that. When it came down to a walk, he did come down right away, but then the nerves got to him, so he wanted to break back up into a trot again. But you brought him back down, and again, too, in each maneuver, whatever it states in the pattern, like coming to your stop in your 90, it does say stop, so I want to see a stop, and then you don't have to sit there, but a stop and then your turn. I don't want you to just kind of stop a little bit and then turn. So we want those maneuvers complete, okay? When he come down here, he seemed like he did okay coming down here. I couldn't really see his line that good. And then he set up real good at the beginning, but again, the nerves got to him. So he kind of bobbled back. But as far as your foreperson stuff, I thought he looked real nice. And you handled the situation with a nervous horse very well.
Very well.
So it was very good showman to do that because he is nervous. And so I give you kudos for that because overall, you did a pretty darn good job with probably a horse that maybe you have not worked with that much. I could be wrong, or maybe you do work with him a lot. Retracting that.
But you're a very nervous mare.
Oh, and like I said, you did it. With a nervous horse, showmanship's hard when you've got a horse that focuses, let alone one that's nervous, and you're trying to remember everything. So like I said, you did a really nice job with a nervous horse. So good job for you. And it's your turn to do this. Yeah. There you go.
I think you did a good job today for what you're working with. I can tell that you know all of your stuff. My opinion is your horse is a little rude and needs a tad more respect for you because she was just pushing. So, and I think that is a fine line because I think you have to convince her that what you want her to do is what she wants to do. So that's a little bit tough to work with, but you got all the parts to put together. You put together a great pattern for how she was today.
And I'm gonna disagree with him on this one. I actually like how you came around A and you had a nice straight line going down the straightaway there. Even in your setup, he kind of moved his back foot. I would rather see you fix that during the lineup. If any of your horses shift their feet, don't be afraid to correct that. I know I've done it where my horse decided to, all of a sudden he just like moves his feet. It's like, you can still correct that because you are still presenting your horse to the judge. So don't be afraid to do that. I did see her pivot on the right rear, so maybe just trying to get her to shift her weight onto that back right hip versus the left hip. I think that'll help you in the pivot. But I really liked your trot coming down from the 90 degrees. That was beautiful and well cadenced and very rhythmical. So I would probably give you points on that. But nice job.
Good job. We do have a question. Another question.
Yes, I have a question on hand position. Do you care, or is there a difference to you about how they hold their hands and depending on breed? Do you keep them completely next to each other? Because I've always shown an Arab, so they've got way higher of a headset. There's no Arabs today, but I didn't know if you like them to be where your left hand is more solid and your right is more direct, right underneath the clip type of things, or do you like to see them both? Is there a difference? happy medium.
Let's go to the air.
It's a weird one, sorry.
I knew Eric's too.
Yeah.
I've done showmanship,
So,
yeah.
So have I.
I'm gonna go with what one of my pet peeves in sales and reputation is, I think your hand position should follow what your horse is. So if your horse has a little higher head, then, and it should look natural, however you do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, so I agree, I think it should be based on your horse. I know when I was doing showmanship with my Western horse, he started out high, but we worked him down to getting down here where he should be, naturally should be.
Did you do both hands at the same spot then, or did you separate when they were higher?
No, I kept them both the same.
You kept them both up?
Yeah, because I don't want one, it's like as far as like an image thing, you don't want one to look offset.
Okay.
I want them to look parallel.
Okay.
It's similar to what the horses do.
Yeah.
And I also do what works well for my horse too, as far as like, you know, keeping it where it needs to be. That's where his natural adherence should be.
Right.
And especially when I'm maneuvering him around, he's gotten to the point where he's so, he just moves off of my body.
Right.
He shifts off of my body, so I don't have to push into him. But certainly when I first started, you know, I was trying to get him to teach him to move away from my body versus, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just have a lot of, you know,
It
beginners
changes.
or what,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
so
changes as we
you
go
never know
along.
what to, you
Do
know,
what
do
works.
you teach,
Right.
you know, if they're way up here, you don't want.
You don't want both.
Halter is different.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, then like if you're MIHA saddle seat, and you're doing saddle seat showmanship, you're gonna be up here versus.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a plain leather halter or a Western halter, you want your hands down at the same position.
Oh,
That's fine.
yeah, cool. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with both of them too. Not a stock horse person.
Right.
You know, they're but, so
Well,
I
we
like
follow
them.
the course
Yes,
first
you
with
follow suit,
Yeah.
you know, because I like them parallel.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying, when they're learning and when you've got one, a young horse or even an older horse, but he is carrying himself higher, you've gotta have something up here.
Right.
But other than halter, like you said, I would like to, if he's got up here and you've gotta be here, I still would like this one down a little bit more to move
Okay.
him forward.
Right.
So, yes,
Yeah, and if you've got
I
like a
agree.
little kid with
Yeah.
a, you know, it's like.
And that's another option that you're throwing in.
Yeah, that's right, and that's a whole,
Middle school could be a little.
yeah, they're shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter.
Right.
But yeah, that's, I agree.
Oh, we get
You okay?
Putting too much pressure on herself.
Oh,
We could
don't
have a
do-
whole conversation about that.
Oh, I do that all the time.
She's 2.5 hours away. This is my horse. She comes down to supper
Oh, wow.
and, you know, so she doesn't work with the horse all the time. Not at
But
the-
all
She's
right.
doing a great job.
You're doing a great job. Kudos to you for driving 2.5 hours.
You don't see me out there.
My student and I usually only get to do her like once a month or so. So she's doing a phenomenal job.
Doing a
So
great
you're,
job.
so forget everything that happened.
Yep.
And just show us the best that you can.
Yep.
Every one of them.
Every time. Yep.
I believe that was worth doing again, ma'am.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good job. Good.
Nice.
You may complete your pattern, please.
All right, so how do you feel about that? thing,
That's
right?
it's a good thing your horse is black and white, because that was really black and white. That was
Yeah,
there was a
exactly.
difference.
No,
There was a
that was
difference.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Don't beat yourself up for the things that we say, because there's still victories that you have going on that we don't know about of what's going on.
Every one of you has done your second pattern way better. So you're taking to heart everything we're telling you.
Yep.
Which way do you want to sit?